Everybody, Peter, Dimitri, Ken, welcome in, everyone. It is Monday, our second week of 2021. If you wanted to know what the music was that I was playing, that is my hero trumpet player, Maynard Ferguson. I had a St. Bernard I named after Maynard when I was a kid. And in my opinion, Maynard is the greatest trumpet player to ever walk the earth. Got to see him in concert twice. And Maynard has now gone on to be with the Lord. We hope anyway. So good morning, y'all. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It looks like some chat was in our Discord room today about the market movements and everything that's going on. Hello, Ken. Good to see you today. And yeah, it looks like we got some weird stuff. Hold on a minute. Let me yell at one of my kids. Lily, turn that down, baby. Daddy's on the computer with everybody. Thank you. All right. She's a good kid. She really is. Oh, and it's my little redheaded daughter, Emma. It is her 6th birthday. So happy birthday to Emma after she gets home from school today. Now, there is trouble in Denmark on the spreadsheet. For some reason, and I want you guys to double check this and see if this is happening with your spreadsheet. For some reason, on the decisions tab, if someone could go there, R2, not D2, but R2, is not pulling in the implied volatility of SPY. I'm not sure why. I thought it was just something that was happening on Friday that it wouldn't pull it up, but I tried it today and it's still not pulling up, which is making a lot of my little formulas off. So maybe something I've closed it. I've retyped the formula. Anyone else having that problem? Please let me know. So I would know that it's not just me. Maybe it's a Thinkorswim problem, but it does not appear to be pulling in the implied volatility of SPY, which helps us in many, many ways on the action tab. So now it's saying, hey, if I were to die today, Beth doesn't know what Delta put or what Delta call to sell. So if you could make sure, okay, Dwayne's joining us now. James is joining us now. Where is Jolly? You know, he's waiting for the boss to walk out, right, before he signs on. So if anyone's having those same issues, let me know, okay? So other than that, let's look and see if there's something we can do today with I got really excited over the weekend, by the way. So the market, the E-minis down about 0.37%. They were down a good bit lower, and now they are recovering. So let's go to our account. It says we're up $165 today. How does Daddy do it, right? So we've got all of our little things here. We like to sort these by our P&L, and we see that PLTR, I don't know how to pronounce it, is up 54%. Okay, let's see if that kind of confirms with what's going on in our little spreadsheet. PLTR, yeah, see, because I can't pull the IV rank in, is anyone else getting these little value things here? There's some issue with pulling in information from Thinkorswim. So we'll get that fixed at some point. Let's see, make sure everybody is, there's Jolly. Matt, where's the boss at?
Working remotely today.
Oh, right, you are, or the boss is?
The boss is, and I'm on lunch, so.
Oh, okay.
I'll be back in the office in a few minutes.
Okay. Well, welcome in. Good to have you. So if y'all could let me know if you're having any of these problems, it's having some issue pulling information in from Thinkorswim. No big deal. We'll get that fixed at some point. But it does say that our PLTR trade is at 51% now. Oh, 48. Oh my gosh, it's going down as we speak. So what I want to do with that one? Well, you don't let a good trade go bad, do you? We've got, what do we got in that? A short put with 39 days left, and we already hit over 50%. Kilos. See if we can close her out. at 40 because I'm greedy. Want to pay, went down to 39. Let's try 39. 39, baby. Let's get out of that thing. Let's book our profits. Look at there. Cha-ching. Anything sweeter than taking profits? Not at all. So remember, once I do that, I want to take out this option name because that's going to slow your little roll down here. We got out of this thing at 0.39. Yeah, I got really excited over the weekend thinking about the structure of the program and where we're going to go. So I got several closing signals on that, right? That was also a Tasty Trade optimum close. So we got out of that on the 11th. 21. Don't forget your 21s, not your 20s. Made almost 40 bucks on that one little trade. I'm liking it. So what kind of close was it? It was a 50% close. We're on track to do $9,962 if we keep it up, y'all, just on our equity trades for the year. I mean, is there anything better than booking profits? All right, we got our PLTR trade booked. Now, cool thing about it is then when you go to your weekly premium tab, you see that it shows our profit or loss from the day is at 41.90. Very good. Now I got to fix this, y'all. Look, it says our day is complete and I hadn't sold a thing. So you'll get that if you hadn't sold anything, but technically it's not complete because, and I know that because I've not sold a thing. So today I should sell $339 in premium to get that day done. Let's see if there's something else we can close though. See if there's something else worthy of closing. And let's don't forget PLTR. I like that little underline, and we'll wait for it to have a little down day, and then we will close it again. All right, I'm losing a little on the day on my micro E-mini. Let's see, that's got, what, 39 days out there? No problem. We'll leave it out there. Silver is up 28. Let me just see if there's anything that looks like my spreadsheet is telling me, hey, Bobby, you need to close it because it's, let's see if I'm getting any more closing signals. Let's go and look at your closing signals. Auto close, that means I've got something that's less than 21 days to expiration, but that's really the only signals that I'm getting. Let's go back. Let's see. 36, silver. I got 39 days on that. XLK, oh man, down 30 bucks on that today. 18 days on that one. XLK, what do I have? I've got a short call. Never let a green trade go red either, y'all. EWW, look at you, up 48 today. Nice. DraftKings. I closed the little that little in-out spread I had the other day. I closed it. I don't know if I posted that or not. So only thing I have in DraftKings now is the 3 shares of stock. Let's see what our DraftKings is doing today, shall we? We've already got all of our charts done on that one. DraftKings. DKNG. It's hard typing today. I've got a Band-Aid on my finger where I've got a hangnail, and hangnails just drive me crazy. Oh, wow. Look at this. Up 1.23, 2.37%. It's right in the middle of that little deal there. You know, I would love to sell another put on this, but I booked my profits on it, and I think I'm going to wait until we get a down day, right? We're in that middle section there. I mean, theoretically, you could sell a strangle, you know, on a day like today, but I like puts. I like selling puts, so nothing to do on that. XLE, barely profitable. Our gold trade, look at that. We were really down big in the gold trade, and that is up $210 on the day, $40 overall. Remember, you can always go to your Analyze tab, check things out. So let's do GC. Let's see how we're looking there. I love this little view. You go down here to hide simulations. So you just show your positions. And then I like seeing, since we only have one expiration, go to expiration, one expiration here. And let's see if we can move that booger. We don't have any issues with this stupid Thinkorswim jumping all over the place. Here we go. Well, I was hoping you could see, there, that's what I want you to see, is that we are really nicely positioned. There. There's our break evens. See, it's just not as nice looking as it is on the Tastyworks platform, but we are right where we need to be, kind of in the middle there. All right, anything else we need to look at? The bonds are down. Let's see what the bonds look like, because I think I've only got one side of the bond trade. Let's see what ZB looks like. ZB, at some point I need to add the other side of that trade, but the bonds are making themselves comfortable in a new fair value range. It's currently oversold, so we may see a bounce back into that gap area and up into this area. So if we do, it looks like we're finding support there because I drew the line. So the bond said, hey, Bobby, you drew the big green monster. So let's make sure we, wait a minute. I see the same problem with, okay, yeah. So Dimitri, you're seeing the same problem. So it's probably a Thinkorswim problem. So I'll try to get on the phone with them later today, see if we can work that out. So I only have a bond. Let's see, I've only got a bond put, I think. Yep. So based on where we're at now, no need to put the call on yet. We'll do that later. VIX trade, we expect to lose until the market crashes, right? But we're up 12 on the day, so that means volatility is increasing. IWM is an in-out spread. You know, it's only got a few more days on it, 4 days, so I can't lose much more on that one. The Chewy spread, I just totally bet against Chewy. I should have known better because Beth has been buying stuff from Chewy, so I'm sure that my household is keeping them up. So nothing to do there. Okay, but I wanted to kind of go over.
Chew.
Who was that? Bless you. Hey, Melanie. Melanie's joined us now. Who's that to sneeze? Make sure I'll kind of mute everybody. Who's not muted other than me? Let's see. Okay, good. We got everybody in here almost now. Good. All right, good to see y'all. So I got really excited over the weekend, just thinking and preparing for our time together. I just want to show you a couple things that I posted other than my eggs. By the way, are those not beautiful? I mean, look at that. I mean, I'm so proud of my little chickens. They are just showing out. So here's what we know, guys. We sell premium, don't we? I mean, that's the game that we're in. And some of you are all new to this. You've been to a point where you never traded options, or if you did trade options, you bought options. And maybe you have been following Wall Street Bets on Reddit, and you think that's the way to go. It can make lottery type returns for you, but over the long run, you're not going to make money. I mean, unless you're just a heck of a picker of direction. And I'm not really that good of at picking direction. All right. The second thing we do, so we're going to sell premium. We're going to bring in, we are the insurance company. You and I are the bank. We are the casino, right? We get money coming in to us from us selling premium. Second thing we do is we place the odds in our favor. Now, you saw me with a couple of in-out spreads there. That's where you buy one in the money, sell one out of the money. Those are 50-50 shots. I told y'all to remind me never to do those again. I'll probably still do them at times because I don't listen to y'all and I don't listen to myself. But that's a 50-50 shot. Other than that, everything that we do is a high probability trade. I would say everything that you and I put on are 65% or greater odds in our favor. So not only are we the insurance company, we are the casino because the odds are highly in our favor. Third thing that we do is we manage risk and have a constant hedging strategy. Managing risk is an important thing. I always think when I go into a trade, not how much can I win, but how much can I lose. All right. I'm always thinking about that. And that's why we manage and we have that constant hedging strategy as we have the VIX hedge where we buy VIX calls every 30 days, about 120 days out at the 10 delta level. And we have a spreadsheet that helps us to know exactly how much we need to allocate to that trade. Fourth thing that we do is we manage portfolio by our Greeks and by buying power. Now, if you hadn't noticed it yet, that's one of the big things that we do is we go in and we manage an entire portfolio by the Greeks. So we're not just managing just one position. We are managing an entire portfolio. And that's what I'm teaching you more than anything to do is to manage your own portfolio. Don't think of it as an individual stock or an individual trade, but a basket of trades that make up your entire portfolio. And you go, Bobby, I'm not getting all this theta and vega and delta and all that. It will come. Trust me. I remember when I first started learning this with Tasty Trade, I was like, what in the world? Why would I even look at that? But after a while, it starts one day, just like one day, it clicks. Maybe a year and a half for you, maybe 3 months, but at some point it's going to click for you. Now, here's the new thing that we've implemented. If a trade goes against us by 50% loss, we have less than a 50% chance of the trade going positive again. So this is something that I've been experimenting with to go, you know what, if a trade goes against me 50%, it's probably a good time to get out of the trade or a good time to roll the trade out to give me better odds, because this was actually from, and you can go to our Discord page. Let's see. Just make sure y'all are still seeing my screen. Everyone's seeing my screen. The little green line around it went. I just want to make sure you can see it. Let's see. Where
Discord.
You're seeing Discord. Yeah, that's what you should see.
Okay.
Because we're going in. So I want you guys to go into this resources tab, right? And in the resources tab, there is this wonderful little options jive that Tasty Trade did not long ago at all, where they were doing strangles at 45 days to expiration. And if that thing got to a 50% loss, it would not come back. There was a less than 50% chance that it would come back to be a winner. So you and I want to cut losers quick. You know, they say let winners run. We know what to do with our winners. We're managing them at 50% profit, or we're taking them off when they get to about 21 days, right? So this is a great, great piece. I want to make sure all of you watch this. I give you homework, guys. And if you're a nerd like me, you can't get enough of this information. I mean, I'll watch these time and time again. So make sure you go back and watch this particular one there. So let's go back to our live chat as we're going through our little 10 tenets here that we're going by. So if a trade goes against us at a 50% loss, guys, the odds are no longer in our favor. At number 2, we place the odds in our favor. If we lose those odds, it's probably time for us to adjust the trade, get out of the trade, look for something new. Now, number 6 is so powerful, y'all. We can roll a trade out in time and away from the current price, especially if you and I are selling puts, guys. When the market goes down and it's threatening our puts, guess what we can do? We can roll out in time and we can roll further down to protect that trade. And if you're trading something like the E-minis or the micros that are focused on the S&P 500, the S&P 500 is not going to zero, right? PLTR or DraftKings theoretically could go to zero. The S&P 500 index is not going to zero. That is the 500 largest companies in the in the United States. They're not going all the way to zero. So you and I have an opportunity to roll out a trade in and away from the current underlying price. Now, let's go back to our resources tab, because I also gave you some homework This was Mike Butler and from the Tasty Trade Network. And on August the 17th, he did this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful little deal where, and I even told you where it starts at 1425, and it goes through 2045. And he was talking to a guy at a Trader Expo, and all the guy did at the Trader Expo was sell puts. And he told Mike, he said, hey, if my put gets threatened, guess what I do? I roll out and I roll down and I collect the credit. That's all I do. That's all the guy did. Sell puts every day. And when his put got threatened, he just rolled it out in time. That's all he did. And it was kind of cool to see Mike's reaction. He's like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever heard, you know? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's a great thing that you can do. So we can roll out and roll down in time to protect our trade. All right. So make sure everybody's watched that. Did anyone watch that and just have a huge aha moment? I hope you do. Okay. Because I'm showing you where I'm getting the information that you and I are employing. All right. So
I watched that one.
You watched that one?
Many moons ago. And he had a trick with you try to get your extrinsic value, recover that. Don't get lost. And it frankly was the closest thing I ever saw to a no-lose situation.
Exactly, right? Especially now, if we're doing it in an individual stock, that stock can go bankrupt, right? We can lose our butt. That's really why I prefer, I've told you, it's my preference, is the ETFs and the indexes, because SPY/ES/MES, they're just not going to zero. And, you know, if it's a bear market and we're challenged, that eventually is going to come back at some point. Unless the whole world goes to kaput, which based on the way 2021 is starting, that could happen. But I like our probabilities, right? We like the probabilities. We like the ability that we can roll out in time to a point that could potentially be a no-lose trade. So we manage a trade at 50% profit generally, right? Or we close the trade at 21 days to expiration. And especially when we're trading those micros, you put them on, you take them off, put them on, take them off. And let's go back to resources, because I've given you all the resources you need to help us develop a very, very, very comprehensive plan. I've mentioned this several times. I want you to listen to this. This guy by the name of Cameron Skinner, what does he do? Well, he sells an SPX put every day at the one closest to 60 days to expiration. And guess what he also does? He takes one off every day at 30 days to expiration. Pretty boring, isn't it? So Matt Jolly's in the office, and Matt goes, you know, I got a job. My boss is working virtually today. I don't have time to do this other than when I'm in the, you know, the bathroom on the cove, you know, linoleum floor with the stall closed, and I'm on my iPhone. So here's something you could do. This strategy is a really nice strategy. Put one on every day, take one off. Put one on, take it off. So does he experience losses? Yes, at times. And we have something that Cameron didn't use. We've got a VIX hedge, don't we? In case those puts are challenged, we are investing a portion of our net lick into a defensive play to protect us if this goes awry. So putting one on at 60 days, closing one out at 30 days. He's not managing at 50%. You could do that, or you could just let the time go. 60 days, take it off at 30. Okay, so a wonderful, wonderful strategy here. And he earns over several years, he's averaging 22% a year. If that doesn't get you excited, y'all, let me tell you something. Most hedge funds do not come anywhere near 22% on an annual basis, right? They just don't. The S&P 500 doesn't do 22% on a consistent basis. Now, the other part that I wanted you to read is this one, okay? This is a really, really, really nice strategy that was back tested, and it's a 6-parter. Let me open that up and share it with you. Wonderful, wonderful, simple strategy. And there's like 6 parts to it, and the juice is in part 5 here. Show you this. Come on, internet. I'm gonna have to get the pot smoking spectrum guy back over here to fix my internet if this doesn't come up quick. Here we go. All right. So it's a guest post by Spentwig. You guys may have heard of Spentwig, does a lot of back testing. And this dude, all he does is he sells a put on Monday that expires Wednesday, and then on Wednesday that expires Friday, and on Friday that expires Monday. And he sells about a 5 delta put. And this back test closed it at, it checked closing it at 50% or holding till expiration. Holding it till expiration worked out really, really nice. But this was just a simple little trade, right? Where he's bringing in extra income. And I encourage you to read up on this. Read up on this. So another possible thing we could do is do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday trade, selling a 5-10 delta and letting that booger expire or get up to about 80 or 90%, then we could close it, which is really what I prefer doing, not taking it all the way to expiration. I don't like that last 30 minutes on expiration day. All right, so another good thing that I want you to read there. Let's see. Okay, so we close trade 21 days. We manage it at 50% profit. Now, here's the biggie, guys. Here's what you and I have that Tom Shashnoff, as my wife likes to say, she can't pronounce Sosnoff. It's pretty funny watching her say it. Tom doesn't use. He doesn't use a spreadsheet to record his trades and to help him make trade decisions. You and I have, other than the bugs that we occasionally find in it, and other than the issues that we having today about it not pulling implied volatility in, but we use our spreadsheet to record trades and to help make our daily trade decisions. It's pretty powerful. What we have, I hope you guys realize that, it helps you to stay out of trouble. Helps to make sure that you're not taking on too much risk. And number 10, what I like a lot is we rinse and repeat. Now, notice in there, I didn't mention anything about drawing green monsters. I didn't mention anything about volume profile, nothing. All I said is we make decisions. We can use one underline, you can use a couple underlines. And I do like having a little bit of diversity. I like having the commodities, the gold trades, the bond trades, the things in there. But as a bread and butter trade, y'all, you got it all. You could do it all here on this micros page. And I'm a little embarrassed because I only have one micro open. All right, so I know what you're saying, Bobby. If we were just going to sell puts in the micro, why aren't we doing it yet? Why aren't we doing it yet? Well, that's the big question. We've got a VIX hedge in place. If the market were to go down, we think we've got a reasonable amount of protection. So why aren't I doing it? Here's the issue, guys. 2020 was crazy. I was up 208% on my accounts in February and March. I think it was 117 in February and then combined 208% in March. When the market went crazy, and I think it could do it again. So I'm a little hesitant to start out, even with all the back tests and the research, to just go full-fledged into it until, here's what I'm waiting for, guys. I am waiting for this election stuff, the associated events of it. I'm not a news person. Gosh knows I'm trying to stay out of it. But I'm just waiting for a peaceful transition from Trump to Biden, okay? And everybody and their mama sending me this, videos of this guy, this prophecy guy and all this stuff. And I'm like, listen, y'all, I don't buy that. I think that's a bunch of Google goo. I don't think that that's going to happen. But guys, until I see one come out and the other one come in, I am just marking time, as we used to say in the high school band, until we see that. And that should happen, on the 20th or so. So we got a few more days, and then we'll be full blown into our regular program. So that's going to be and I hope you guys realize how strong of a program that is, how strong of a strategy it is. Are we going to throw in other stuff? Yes. Are we going to do Big Green Monsters? Yes. Are we still going to do PLTR? Yes. But we've got some really cool stuff that we have a level of confidence is going to work. So what do you do today? Well, I hope you guys are getting in the habit, and I hope you've already done this today. If you're not, do it along with me. This is the part that just over and over, we do this every day. We're going to get you in the habit of doing this, and once you do it, you get used to it, and you can't go a day without your spreadsheet. So I'm going to open up my little thing here. Holy Shimon, Daddy is making money today. Let's see. Here we go. And again, don't get so focused on your net league. We do it because we make decisions on our net league, but it's based on buying power. It's based on theta percentages, things like that. And that's the only reason that we record it, not to basically go, look at how good I did today. Because trust me, what goes up can come down. And someday you'll see me open it up. You'll see Bobby's down a couple $1,000, and you'll start freaking out. And I'll go, y'all, the positions are safe. We're good. Y'all come down. So we don't get all that bent out of shape. But as you can see, it is nice, y'all, to see that we are up pretty doggone good, right? I mean, I got to stop and pause for a minute and go, okay, we're up almost 1%, and we're a week and a day in. So don't get all excited, I mean, what goes up comes down. We may be down 3 or 4%. I don't necessarily look at this so much until the end of the year. I know we're making great decisions. And yeah, is it nice to be up $165? Yeah. Is it nice to be up $385 on the year? Yeah. Does that surprise me? No, doesn't surprise me at all. Because why? We have a very, very, very methodical program for selling premium with the odds in our favor, and we manage risk, and we expect this to go up. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, you're probably saying, geez, what if we hadn't sold all those bought all those calls, right, in VIX? Then you could add another, we're down on VIX $200 to that. Well, that's part of it. It's an investment. That's part of my overhead, is to pay for insurance coverage, right? So we're doing good there. So 43,946, let's go to our Greeks and ratios page to update our Greeks and see what they are, see if we're in line with where we should be. So I like closing this up, so I just have the number at the bottom. I am negative 33. Now make sure on the monitor tab of Thinkorswim, you have it beta weighting checked, and you have SPY there, right? So we're negative 33 deltas. I always like keeping just a little bit of negative deltas, negative 33. And we're only inputting those columns that are in blue on this page, right? So there's only 4 that we update. So I want to update my theta. We love theta. That's time decay. That's money coming into our account each and every day. 51.68. Let's see here. 51.68. And hopefully this is in a green area. Look at there. Yes, it is. Even closing the PLTR trade, we are still at 0.12%. Why did that turn green? Because this says that we want our theta as a percentage of our net lick to be between 0.10% and 1%. And I am above 0.10. I'm actually 0.12. So I get a nice little green there. And we do record our Vega. So our Vega is what hurts us when the market tanks, right? When the positions go against us. Negative 379. So let's put that in there. Negative 379.14, I believe it was. So I like seeing that we closed PLTR. Maybe that was the issue with the Vega coming down. Whatever, we're fine there. So we've got enough theta in the account. I don't have to do anything today, right? I've got enough theta in the account. Next thing we do is look to make sure we're not over allocated on our buying power. And the buying power that I'm using is 13,308. I'm using 13,308. So I'll put that in there. And I'm using 30% of my buying power. Where should my buying power be? Well, it depends on the VIX. VIX between 20 and 30, I should be at 35% max buying power. Look at me, y'all. I am at 30%. I am sitting good. And then what I like seeing is you'll see a couple of adjustments over here. This one is the tasty trade adjustment. So if I were going to keep my deltas and my Vegas, my deltas at half of my Vega, then I would need to sell another, reduce my deltas by another 156, right? But I told you I'd have these here for guidance, but I don't follow those. The one that I'm following is this one, which says, hey, delta neutral, baby. To keep your account delta neutral, do you need to make an adjustment? And it says no adjustment. So I really don't need any adjustments to my deltas. So my thetas are good. My deltas are good. Now, do I need to actually do anything? Well, it says, do I need to adjust my buying power? Go to your action tab. No, because I'm not over 35%. Will you be selling premium today? Wow. All of a sudden it popped and said no. Now, yes, you will be selling premium today. What will you be selling? Now, remember, why is it flipping in or out? It's kind of wacky, isn't it? Hold on. Not sure what's going on. But yes, I will be selling premium today. I will be selling, should be selling $341 today. It says day complete because I haven't started. Okay, so I do need to start. So any questions on that? Y'all, this is what you do every day. Every day. I have got to call Thinkorswim. That is driving me nuts why it's flipping back and forth like that. So we know the decisions that need to be made. Now, if you wanted to sell a micro E-mini, you could certainly do that. Now that will give me a little bit of positive deltas. The market is down now only 0.25%, right? It's only down, yep, 0.25%. Would have been better to sell it here, but I certainly could do one today. And I would rather do those on days when the market is down. Again, let's wait until the election nonsense is over. So let's look for trade outside of that. And if there's anything that you guys want me to evaluate, you want me to draw a green monster on, let's do it. Okay, I got somebody. Anybody? Thought someone was saying something. So what I like to do is let's go in to the Tasty Works. I like using them. Let's see what the most liquid ETFs are doing today. And I like sorting those by IV rank. We like selling where the IV rank is. Silver is at the top of the list, but I think we've got a silver position. Let's see what we've got. Open this. Yep, we got a position in silver doing quite nicely. What do we have in there? We have a strangle in silver. GLD, you know, we've got gold positions. IWM, I've got a position in IWM. VXX, not something I'm interested in. XLE, do we have a position in XLE? I think we do. Yeah. XLE, and we're up just a little bit, 7% on that trade. Let's go back in, see if there's something in it. I don't trade these ultra stuffs. I'm really holding off on the Qs and the IWMs until, again, this election nonsense is over. And you start getting down here, EWW is probably as far, I wouldn't go anything below that. EWW, about the first half as far as the implied volatility of the ones that I would consider. EWW, do I have a position in EWW? Let me just look. EWW, yes, I do. I'm up 19% on that. So, y'all, I got to draw the line right there, right? I'm willing to look at the upper half. All of these guys down here, I'm going to hang off of because of the implied volatility rank being somewhat lower. So let's go to the Tasty Trade main watch list under their presets, Tasty Trade default. There we go. Now let's get these things by IV rank. Wow, look at Baba. Y'all remember the last Baba trade we had on? People said, Bobby, you're catching a falling knife. Well, let's see if we are this time. Let's see what Baba's doing. We want to do a trade in Baba. Let's see. Baba. I think I've already got the Dream Monster on that one. Baba. I'm going to double check. I'm going to right click on the Green Monster. Make sure that's a November. Oh my gosh, it's a November for December. What does that mean? We got to redraw it. And I know y'all get excited when we start drawing the Green Monster. Not all at once. See if I can pull it up so we can do it. Let's do Baba. Here's my Chewy that I bet against. What was I thinking? All right, so we're going to remove this Green Monster. All right. This is the month of January. So here's the month we're focusing on, December. And we're looking up here to get the high and the low for December. First thing we do, go to our little fib tool that we've changed. If you are new to this process, you're watching this for the first time, we've got a class in our Discord room on this, on how to draw that. So we draw from the bottom to the top. We right click, we edit the properties. Make sure we're here. The high was 271.3 for the month of December. And the low was 211.23. Got that, hit OK. So now we've got to change our tool. We're going to go to the fib extension, and we change the numbers in our fib extension. We're going to draw from this 50% line up to the center of this green line, okay? So we'll start here, and we'll left click. We'll go here and left click somewhere in the center. Come on. Get in the center. Yeah. And then we're going to draw up to the 0% line right here. So we draw up to there. Beautiful. Now, the next step is to move, because what we're basically doing is we're taking this length, okay, and we're going to project this length from the 50 to here 200% above the 0 line, which is to here. So now we've got to move the 0 line of our main structure to the 200% line. How do you do it? You right click here, you do activate drawing. Now you can left click and move your little 0 up to the 200 as such. Beautiful. Now with it still being blue, you go down to the bottom of this little dashed line till you get to the 100, and we're going to take the 100 down to the beginning of where we started drawing that little extension a while ago, which would be right there. So let's take our little 100 line and get it down to where it's even with that one. There we go. And hit the escape button. Now we're finished with this, so we can remove that drawing. Now we like to make this one, name it. We're going to call this December for January, because we're using December data to project prices for January. Then we're going to set color for all curves, and we'd like that to be nice and green. Green means money. Green means the big green machine, big green monster. All right, now let's go to volume profile on Baba. Now we've got our nice little line. All right, what's this telling us? Well, let's see. We've got to find our little line here. So let's look at volume profile first. Do a little drawing. Let me get it back on a pink color. Here we go. So here, this red line on volume profile is where volume has traded the most during the last 10 days. This is a 30-minute chart for the last 10 days. So this is a very, very important level for our friend Baba, because that's where it's been a lot of volume, okay? The big shots trading Baba have traded right here. So then you have one standard deviation above is here, and standard deviation below is here, okay? So we got that drawn. Now that you see it, let's delete it and let's collapse our little structure here so that you can see the fair price level on our big green monster. See what we see here. Aha. So interestingly enough, here is a fair value area above. So we're not even there yet, are we? So we don't really worry with that. And we've got our main fair value area here between the 120 and the 180, this range. Looks like a butt, I apologize, but this is the fair value range. And currently, our friend Baba is in an overbought condition. And it is likely that even though Baba is down 2.71% today, it is likely that we will see Baba pop back to this area here on volume profile. It's probably even probable we might see a move to that one standard deviation level, and I ain't surprised at all if we see a move back to 203. All right. Now, ain't guaranteeing that. No. Can Baba go up? Yep. It can go up here and start into a new line. I mean, who knows? I'm just saying, if I'm looking at all the analysis on Baba, then I probably have a bearish slant to this stock. Any questions on that at all while we're on the screen? All right. Now what do? We pull up another chart. We go to our little trading view that you can open your little free account on. And we're going to type in Baba and see what we see in Baba on a, well, I'll be danged, y'all. Look, indeed, Baba is in a downward linear regression channel on a daily basis. Check it out. It's channel here, goes to the middle, goes to the top of the channel, to the middle, pops up a bit, hovers around the middle, and now goes down to the bottom. So what am I seeing on this chart? Well, keep in mind the major thing that I'm seeing is our little friend Baba is in a downward little motion. Now, would not surprise me at all to see Baba push up to this area, to the top of the linear regression channel. When's that going to happen? Today? No. Tomorrow? No. But maybe out in the future, right? But overall, we are downward. And check this out. If you're just looking at support, resistance, things of that nature, let's just draw a little here. And I am not a chartist at all. Okay, not a chartist at all. But do you kind of see something here? At the current price, look at there, it's made this little green line, and that looks like an area of support and resistance, doesn't it? Let's draw that out. Let's draw this line here, and let's just draw it all the way across. Look at that, how pretty that is. You see how it bumps its head, comes out, bumps again, jumps above, comes back. Now we're at that little level. It's kind of cool, isn't it? So it bumped down below it. So, you know, this may be an area of support or resistance. We certainly can draw that on the chart to maybe help us make a decision. But even so, with our friend Baba, I'm probably in a still thinking that this thing may be down. And I take that back because I'm going to go to this again to see. We'll go back to this. That's what I'm thinking. We are currently overbought and perhaps going back into this area here. But you know, it's kind of conflicting information in it. It's a little conflicting on what I'm seeing here to where we're at the bottom and we may see a bounce up. So 2 of the 3 say down. This says down overall if we're in probably a 45 day trade. So what would we do? Even though we think that may be at support. So conflicting, I probably would not do a trade until I see some maybe little pop up back toward the center. And then I may be more likely to do a bearish play. But I'm not at a point, if all 3 confirmed, I mean, if this wasn't, you know, an area of support that we drew there, then yeah, you know, I may go for this one, but I think I'm just going to hold off on Baba at this point. Now let's look at another one that someone brought up today, and let's look at Twitter. Twitter has banned the president of the United States. Wow, people are just all upset. Some are happy. Twitter flexing its little muscle, and somebody didn't like it today because we are down 4%. I think Ken said it was down, what, 10% earlier today? Look at this. Wow. But now notice it is on volume profile. Our little friend Twitter is at the low, right? It's down big on the day. Here's the area of control that we would probably see a progression back up to. In that area, let's draw a big green monster for this one. I don't want to draw many big green monsters for y'all in a day, but I think when you got something like this that has moved really, really large, let's look at it. So here's our December number. I'll draw this quickly. And y'all, it's the teacher in me that just makes me talk the entire time. So we start from the low to the bottom. Going to right click, edit properties. We're going to get the low and the high here, right? H and the L. So while you're in December, the high is 56.11. Let's type that in. I hear Sweet Beth on the phone in the background talking to one of her friends where she goes, no, she didn't.
Mama, you mind your own business.
Oh, she told me I better mind my own business. She gets on there and she starts saying, no, she didn't. And boy, you know it is going on. I mean, the gossip, we talking about something. She goes, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. So the low was 45.81. I said, okay. But notice that got Sweet Beth out of the room, so she left us while she's talking to her friends. Beth's got a good life, y'all. I mean, she married a hunk like me. I almost forgot what I'm doing. Now we're going to draw from the 50% up through there and to the 0. So let's get our right tool. Y'all should have seen Beth when she got on her knees and asked me to marry me. Oh man, it was a beautiful day. It was raining. So we start from the 50%. We go to the middle of the green. We go up to the 100% level. Dashed away. All right. Now we got to move the 0 line up to the 200 line. So we do that by right clicking. We activate. We'll drag the 0 up to the 200 like so. Then we're going to grab the 100 and pull it down to the beginning of this little red line where we did that extension. So let's pull it down to where it's just at the bottom of the red line. But Bobby, Twitter didn't know that they were going to block the president in December when you're drawing this for January. I got you. Let's see what it looks like. All right, get that out of the way. Now let's name it. We'll go December for January. And set color for all curves. We're going to make that green. All right, now we'll go back to our volume profile and see what this puppy looks like. Matt's making noises again. Matt, what are you doing? What are you eating for lunch, by the way?
Turkey taco wrap.
Did you buy it or did Mama make it?
Wife made it.
Yeah, I knew you didn't. Is Mama a good cook?
She is. She's really good.
That's awesome. Y'all, Beth is an amazing cook. Of course, I did have a Salisbury steak TV dinner last night, but it was awesome. All right, so y'all, we're talking about our little friend Twitter here. It's down 4%. Man, would I have loved to have bought or sold maybe a put here, right? So where are we at? Where do we think we're going? Okay. Volume profile says it's likely we could go there, may even go up to here. What's Big Green Monster say? Big Green Monster says that this is a fair value range here, right? Fair value here, jump from this fair value range into this fair value range. And now this is saying that it's over bought. So again, conflicting data, right? Wouldn't surprise me to see it pull back up to here. Our Big Green Monster is telling us that this is the new fair value that it's in. And this little 30-minute candle is making the decision on whether it's overbought and going to go back into this area. Very, very interesting. But I tell you what, I wished I'd maybe sold a put there. Don't we all wish we'd have done that and got that move back up there? So, it's all a pot odds thing. If I'm going to do something, I like doing it on the day when something's going down. Do I like Twitter? No. I don't even know how to use it, for God's sakes. I mean, Facebook to me, and hey, y'all call me old, y'all call me a boomer, y'all call me any name you want to, but it just seems easier to me that Facebook is so much easier. If I want to see what my friends are doing, plus people are so mean on Twitter. Good Lord. All right, so let's see what it looks like here. TWTR. Let's see what it looks like on our linear regression channel. Whoa. Our friend Twitter has been in a little upward channel from way even before the 100 days there. Look at this. And now she drops out and she's at the lower band of that channel. Wow. Today, that's a daily chart, right? So she's creeping back up in here and very well may go back up there. So I see that we could go up there. Then I see we could go up on the other place. Now, y'all, I don't care about your political affiliation. I don't care about whatever you do, whatever rocks your boat, okay? But let's think about what happened to Twitter today. Some people drop their account. First of all, they dumped the Donald, right? So Donald is no longer on there. And what did his tweets normally do to us while we were in the market anyway? A lot of them hurt us, right? So that can't happen anymore. And Rush Limbaugh canceled his account. And maybe a few other thousand people does that really hurt Twitter? Or is this just news, y'all? It's just a news event, isn't it? So what I'm thinking, I can't believe I'm going to do this because I don't even like Twitter, but I'm thinking I may do a play in Twitter. Let's go back to Tasty Works. Let's pull it up there. Twitter, TWTR. I thought about moving a few $1,000 over to Tasty Trade. I need to trade some with them. Tom taught me so much over the years. So IV rank is 53.9. My gosh, people, look over here. Look at these numbers. Man alive. They got earnings on the 29th or earnings sometime, February 4th. Earnings on February the 4th. We got IV here of 4 days of 83%. And y'all, this is just how much it'll move. What's that? 83 is the highest one on the board, isn't it? 70, 67, then it goes down a little bit. But man, this week is a volatile week. Wow. Would I do a 4-day trade in Twitter? Would I? The brown here is the expected move. You could go outside the expected move and pull in. Let's see, that's a 20 probability of being in the money, get you a nice $45 credit. That would be a 78% probability of profit, 80% of getting to 50%. Look at that. Nice theta of 10 for a 4-day play. Take you $682 of buying power. So if you brought in dollars divided by 682, let's say 683, you bringing in 7% for 4 days, right? For a week. That's the 46, right? Let's look at the analysis tab. Let's see the curve. I like looking at that. Here's where the price is right here. You see your profit and loss on that trade for 4 days. What do y'all think? Anybody brave enough to take the chance with me? Let's go to TWTR, not PLTR. I think I'm going to take me a 4-day play on it. See, these numbers are a little bit different. So this is the implied volatility, and all implied volatility tells you is the expected move, right? So it's expected to move $3, $3.50. Let's see, what do we say? The 46, 22 delta, 22% probability, 20 delta there. You know, you could sell this one and go a little farther out, but I just like a little bit of a juicy premium. 49, baby. Look, that thing is moving around. Let's send it. Wow. Look at that, y'all. I got filled at 50 cents. 50 cents. Let's see my field order. So we close PLTR. We open Twitter at 50 cents. So what we do, let's just go put it in our little tab so you guys know exactly what we're doing. We're going to right click on that. We're going to copy that particular strike. And we're going to go put it in our little notebook. Now, you don't want to do that. That's fine. You can do a spread, right? You could do a put spread. Make sure you get about 1/3 of the width of the strikes. But I like it. IV is up. It's 4-day play. What happens if it doesn't work out? What are we going to do? We're going to roll her out, or we may close it at a 50% loss, right? Reposition that puppy. So let's say TWTR. We did a Johnny 1 lot. It's always easier seeing my orders on my phone. Let's see. We sold the 46 put, 46 put. We're going to right click and paste the option name so we can keep up with it. Paste. We did a short put, so tell them you did a short put. All right. The delta, I think, was around 20. The days to expiration, we did a 4-day play. We got in on this puppy on the 11th. We sold it for 50 cents. How about that? Thank you, Thinkorswim, for price improving me. So we brought in $49.45. Make sure that's right. Yeah, that's exactly right. $49.45. Now, the cool thing is, what does your spreadsheet do? Spreadsheet now says I've sold $49 of premium today. I am 2.9% of having my week. And for the rest of the week, I only got to sell $1,654 more. Look at me. I brought in a profit of $41.90 on the one we traded. We sold $49. So it's saying I have a premium capture of 84%. What do our stats say we're doing? Our stats say that we are on track for an 80% return over the next 52 weeks. And then we're going to make $679 of profit. And so far, we have booked $574 profit. All right, guys. Let's see, Oh, she's going to hear you, and then you'll be in TROUBLE. Yeah, I stay in trouble. So you don't put in a closing order to stop and or target immediately after? Melanie, that's a great question, and I don't. Y'all think I should? I mean, you can do that, right? So let's say you could do a order, one cancels the other to close that one, right? So you could go, I don't even remember if I know how to do that. I normally just watch my stuff. Oh my gosh, we're down 3%. Remember, anytime you make a credit trade, you're going to immediately be down. It always happens that way. Don't worry. So buying power on that was $700, right? We brought in $50. We feel good on that. But yeah, you could do that. Let's see if I can do that. Do I even know how to do that? Let's see if we can do that. So your spreadsheet tells you what the 50% winner is. And you can do that. Go back to your equities tab. And it will say, if you want to pull that one off at 50%, here's your 50% profit guide. So easy, right? Sold it for 50, you would close it at 25. So you could do that. So you could go good till canceled, and you could put a 25 order in there to buy that back, right? Absolutely. And just do that order. Now, let's see if we do, it's been a while since I've done that, so y'all put me on the spot, but this is good. We'll learn together. One cancels the other trade, right? And then I think how we do that is we create duplicate order. There you go. And so you would enter this one as a as a stop, right? Or a stop limit, trail stop limit. So you could do a stop, right? And you could close that one when it's at what, 75 cents? That would be a 50% loser. Or if you wanted to let it go to a 200% loser. And I probably, if we're going to now start managing trades at 50% losses, maybe I need to do a 50% loss guide here too. But you see, we've got a 2x loss at 150. Let's just put in a 150 there. So you could put in a 150 stop to get you out of the trade. All right. Then you could send those orders to take you out at 50% profit or a 2x loss. Or you could make that at 75% if you want to do the 50% loss, right? But, I don't know, y'all. I'm just not a stop type guy. And I used to, let me make sure I tell you exactly what I used to do. I used to put orders on all of this stuff. I'd close this one. I'd go ahead and put my order in at 50%, to close it so I wouldn't miss it overnight. But one day I got a margin call. And I was like, how am I getting a margin call? And I told y'all this the other day. They said, because you have so many of these GTC, good till cancel orders in, that it's taking up your buying power. And I'm like, oh man. So I canceled all those. And then I'm watching the market enough to kind of keep my eyes on this. And am I concerned about Twitter just crashing today? Do I think Twitter's going to go bankrupt? No, I don't think they're going to go bankrupt. But what happens? So I sold a put. What if it comes all the way down here? What am I going to do? Am I going to panic? No. We keep our stuff. Let's go back to what we said in our little Discord. What do? We can roll a trade out in time and away from the current underlying price. If it goes against me, I ain't panicking. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to close that one. I'll close this one. And then I'm just going to reposition it. If I still have the same assumption, right? I'm going to reposition that at a better place. Let's look at it on the Analyze tab. Well, let's go back to Tastyworks because that's where you can see it good. So if price goes from here to here, here, and now my put is in the money, all I'm going to do is roll this baby. Or I could close it and I could take my loss, right? I'm not opposed to taking losses, but if I still have the same directional assumption on this stock, I could do that. All right, now what about this? What if the price goes down and now I'm in the money here? Well, you know what else I could do? I could sell a call up here. I could turn this thing into a strangle. Heck, I could turn it into a straddle. I could roll this out in time. I could roll it down. I mean, options, y'all. This is what we have. And this is what I hope you guys are getting from our training together. There are a lot of ways to skin the cat. I mean, we got options. I mean, you and I trade options. We got options. There is stuff. Here's our Twitter trade here. I mean, you know, I'm feeling really, really good about this is Twitter. Here's all my profit. I'm gonna make my $50. Here's my break even all the way if it comes down to, you know, what, 45, 41. But now in the meantime, I may be down money here, but I'm looking at 4 days from now, I'm good. So you put on a trade, we have an ability to roll it unless I, you know, care about, I'm just nervous that Twitter's going to go bankrupt. I hate Twitter. I don't like Twitter. I've got a Twitter account. You can follow me at the Sweet Bobby because someone, God forbid, went ahead and got at Sweet Bobby. Who the devil is that, right? So you can follow me there, but I don't post a lot there. I guess I probably should. I don't know. I'm an old Facebook guy. I like seeing all my high school friends and their babies and their grandbabies. Here I am with, you know, a 4-year-old. Okay, so I've seen the volatility spread widen at the beginning and end of the day to the point that stops were hit even though price action didn't support the spread. Exactly. That's why I don't put them in. I don't want something to be hit without me doing it myself. I like it. I like managing my own account. I remember Karen, the super trader, and you can villainize her all you want to. And there are people, oh, she's a fraud, and she's a phony, she's a fake. I don't know what she is, but I'll tell you this. I listened to every word she said. And I remember Karen says, I never use a stop. Man, I used to use them all the time. And I was like, well, if Karen doesn't use them and Tom Shoshanoff, as Sweet Beth says, doesn't use them, then why the devil am I using them? I think one of the things y'all are going to get with being in our little program together is you're going to get that we don't get freaked out, right? We don't get scared. We don't get scared. Some of y'all are scared to sell a strangle. I got it. You know, you ain't got a lot of money in there. I got it. Some of you are afraid to sell a naked put. I got it. Hey, go to Twitter. Let's go back to trade. Someone wants to do a similar trade. Could you do a spread on this? Yeah. Go here where it says spread. Go to vertical. It's got 1 point spreads. Well, you ain't going to be pulling in a lot of credit, are you? Well, that's let's see, those are half point wide spreads there. Let's see if we can bump that up a little bit more. Let's see, vertical, deep and wide. How about 1 time 2 strikes? See what that brings up. There's a 47, 48. There's a 46 and a half, 47 and a half. Sell that one, you're going to get, let me delete all that. You could do the 46 and a half, 47 and a half. You'd be bringing in 30 cents. It's $1 wide. So that's about right, isn't it? You could absolutely, positively do that one. You get closer to the money, you do the 47, 48. 47, 48, you'd be pulling in 34 cents. There you go. You got you 1/3 the width of the strike. So you're bringing in 34 cents. Your max loss is what? 66 cents. Let's show it in Tastyworks. Let's see. Go to the table again. So let's say you're going to, what was that? The 47 and a half. You sell the 47 and a half. You buy the 46 and a half. Let me get rid of that one. You're bringing in 30 cents. Let's look at that trade. That has a probability of profit of 63%. You're bringing in $30 of extrinsic value. Okay. Your theta is 1.191. You got a 60% probability of making it to 50% profit, giving you some positive deltas. What does that look like in the analysis tab? Analysis and curve. Let's see it there. There you go. There you go, bingo. Oh, I can lose twice what I make. Yeah, that's the high probability trades we put on, right? But it's got a high probability, 63% of you making a penny on that trade. You're getting some extrinsic value, 60% probability of making 50% on that. So if you got a smaller account, you can do this. How much buying power does it take? It takes $70 of buying power. There's no reason that anyone on here cannot do the spread trade that we just did. So when I'm out here slinging strangles and slinging short puts and you go, I'm dumping Bobby. Bobby sucks. And all he's doing is selling naked stuff. No. But make sure that you hold me accountable to show you ways that you can participate in the trades that we do. And y'all, we fixing after Biden assumes the office and we can start selling our micros again. And we make sure that we don't have martial law and all kinds of stuff that everybody and their mama's talking about on Facebook and going nuts. After that, we're going to start our concentrated program of just doing this every day. And when a trade gets threatened, what are we going to do? We're going to roll her out. We're going to close it and we're going to reestablish another one. And we're going to have a fantastic year. What kind of performance are we looking at so far? Let's go back to our spreadsheet. It's early. And y'all say in a couple of weeks when it says I'm going to be down negative 23% on the year, you go, well, Bobby, you were spending a lot of time on there the other day. I know. I'm a dreamer. Don't fall in love with a dreamer. Keep in mind, Kim Carnes and Kenny Rogers, God rest his soul. We're on projection right now for a $35,000 profit and a $43,000 account. We're looking at making 80.41%. Y'all, we on fire. Of course, we're only in our second week. All right. Any questions at all? Y'all have been the greatest, but y'all so quiet. I'm afraid y'all like, I got y'all scared to death or something. Is everybody good? I want y'all to rock this stuff. I mean, what we're showing y'all is I'm showing you, and I hate to refer to myself as a professional, but I guess I am. I'm a professional money manager. I got a little Delaware account with a little hedge fund, and this is exactly how I run it every day. And if you'll do this every day, you're going to be in a great position of not blowing up your account and making some pretty good returns. Am I guaranteed you're going to make a profit this year? Oh, heck no. Don't follow every trade I do. Make sure you're going for the logic in it. But what we're doing is putting the odds in our favor. Even with the green monster, y'all, I cannot believe I'm drawing charts for y'all. Everything I've ever done, I've been in Tom Shosnoff's camp, right? Like Beth says his name. I've been in his camp, not looking at, look at a chart, but drawing these things, I think it gives us just a little bit of edge, right? Just a little, and we don't need but a little, because you and I are quants. We're quantitative traders. We're looking at the odds. We're looking at the probabilities. And we look at the chart, if it gives us just a little bit of edge, and I'm showing you everything that I do day in, day out. Now, what am I going to do the rest of the day? I'm going to go do other stuff. Am I going to sit here and glue and watch Twitter all day? Oh, heck no. So, time to get out of the bathroom, time to get out of the Cutlass, smoking the Camel, and to get back into the office. And you guys can do this on a daily basis. This is the group for the working man, for the working women out there. Now, Melanie, she's trying to get her husband to manage wildlife on a ranch over there, and so she's got to bring in the money from this to assist with that. I got it. Hey, you see those pretty eggs out there? I'm fixing to be selling chickens, y'all. We're going to have multiple streams of income. I done sold one of my goats. We're going to be selling eggs and chickens and all kinds of stuff. We got multiple streams of income. That's what you and I do. We are entrepreneurial. We are, can you imagine? And y'all, I know some of you got to go, but I get excited about it. I'm excited about what we're going to do this year. We've got a well thought out, documented plan on how we're going to go into this market each and every day in a cautious manner. And we're just going to be pulling out little bits of money here and there, every day, consistently. And it's not exciting. It's not Wall Street bets, not making 300% in a day. We're not doing that. But what I'm going to teach you will last a lifetime, and you won't need me anymore. Heck, we may shut this down at the end of the year. Hopefully, you guys stay with me a year. At the end of the year, you go, Bobby, crap on you, man. I got it. And that's what I want you to have. I don't want you to rely on me for a service and me sending you a text. I'm doing this trade, y'all jump in. And you just go, like a squirrel diving off a tree onto the end of the swimming pool to drown yourself. No, don't do that. I want you to have the tools so that you can make your own decisions. Don't rely on anybody to make your own decisions. You've got the best tools in the world. You got the greatest spreadsheet on the face of the planet telling you what to do. And if you'll buy into it and you believe it and you make small little trades and you don't go above your head and get crazy on your buying power, you're not going to have margin calls. You're not going to have all these problems. And I can't wait for the day that crap hits the fan. And y'all are like, oh, Bobby, I bet he's still sleeping. Yeah, I'll probably be still sleeping. And we'll wait till noon and we'll get together and we'll take a big old deep breath and we will adjust our positions. And once you've lived through it a few times and lost a few Teslas, you figure out what you did wrong in the past and you don't over allocate yourself so that you're taking on too much risk. Okay, y'all, it has been a dang good session and I kept y'all a little long today. But if you have any questions, make sure that you share it in Discord and I'll get back to you, answer everything that you can. If you have friends that would like to be in our room, tell them about it. I still got it on for $50 a month. I mean, at some point, like we go for this thing a year, I mean, we may shut this thing down totally, right? Who knows? But for now, I think it's great. And I love being able to come with you guys every day and to trade alongside of you because you got questions. Some of you, you still a little shaky, like my baby goats when they were born. They're a little shaky, but next thing you know, they're jumping over the logs and jumping over the fence. And you'll be doing the same thing too. So y'all have a blessed day, and I will see y'all tomorrow.